Benji Dorji from Bhutan, and most respected and distinguished guests and all the friends. I'd like to say thank you very much. And today here, this Zoom, especially with day in April 22nd, that World Earth Day, organized by Arya Sangha Association of Buddhist communities and the Drikung Kagyu Moscow. So I very appreciate it. Today we have here hundreds of our centers and friends and around the world together, and we memorize of this world and environment day.
Thank you. I will translate to Russian. Его святейшество приветствует всех, благодарит за то, что сегодня здесь все собрались в этот день, 22 апреля, в День Земли. Благодарит организаторов, Ассоциацию буддийских общин Арья Сангха, благодарит особенно Ленпо Палджор Дорджи, дипломата из Бутана, который занимается окружающей средой многие годы, и всех остальных, кто появился здесь сегодня, большое количество центров Drikung Kagyu и представителей других религий и течений буддизма.
So I will lead today and all day together our centers and pray for the environment and healthy, as well as all with this pandemic together. We are doing practice. Before that, I will talk a little bit about an environment because we have a challenging environment very seriously, not a small problem. It's a big problem. It's like our house is falling apart. It is, the window is broken, there's wind is coming, and the ceiling is breaking, the water is falling, the foundation is falling apart. So we must take care of this big university, the house. And they have many issues around the world. I do not have time, but I like to talk about the main focus about the water, because water is 2/3 of our body. We have every day drink 7 to 8 at least have to drink. And this is now global warming because we have too much selfish. You want to make money, but don't take care of our house, this environment. So therefore now so many polluted. It's global warming. All the small snow mountain and glaciers melting. It is very serious.
Сегодня я проведу молитву в защиту Земли в этот день, но перед тем, хотя у нас не так много времени, я хотел бы немного рассказать о важности защиты окружающей среды, и потому что сейчас это очень серьезная проблема. Это похоже на то, что у нас есть дом, в котором разбито окно и дует ветер, у нас протекает крыша, у нас проблемы с фундаментом, наша земля находится в опасности. И особый фокус я хотел бы сделать на проблеме с водой, потому что вода составляет 2/3 нашего тела и очень важна. Из-за того, что мы сконцентрированы на себе, мы хотим заработать как можно больше денег и не думаем ни о чем другом. У нас много проблем, у нас глобальное потепление, и из-за этого происходят катаклизмы, например, ледники и снежные шапки гор постоянно тают, и это большая проблема.
because of this global warming, now we have a major here, the world tower over Himalaya glaciers, and hundreds, thousands of glass mountains is melting. It is very serious. Some of the mountain is totally dissipated. We can see, and even the North Point, and they have glaciers also falling down in the water. Same as in last time just few years ago, one of from Kham area is Qinghai area, and they have Yangtze River is falling. In summertime, they have a part of the glaciers also coming in the water. It's never seen before. And then decades ago, I was in the western Nepal. We have treatment centers in the Limi area. It's pointed to the Mount Kailash. And their village, one of water flood. What's happened? Inside the village, they have one lake. And the front there was is just falling down in the lake. And the water's the flood. And then this similarly is recently also India, our location there, for us, the Dehradun, the state is Uttarakhand. They're also similar that the snow is falling in the lake and the flood hundreds of people die. So those is very serious happened now.
И по поводу глобального потепления мы можем видеть, как крыша мира, Гималаи, в них тает большое количество ледников, это большая проблема. Например, в Тибете, в Восточном Тибете, в Кхаме протекает река Янцзы, и совсем недавно мы впервые увидели, как по реке проплывают куски ледника. Такого никогда не было раньше. Это было несколько лет назад. И большие проблемы также и в районе Кайлаша, где постоянно происходят потопы. Несколько десятков лет назад мы были в Непале, в районе Лими, и там пострадало большое количество домов из-за паводков. И даже в Индии, там, где находится наш главный монастырь в Дерадуне, даже там периодически происходят наводнения из-за того, что тают ледники. И это большая проблема.
This glaciers melting is very serious because, and on Himalaya region, and the people of 240 million people live on this fresh water. And the stream going down, and India and Burma and Vietnam and many in this low area, China, even those areas, they have 1.6 billion people is dependent in that. And that is, we're talking about drinking water, right? And then at the same time, this affected the agriculture and many species of the animals' lives. They're going to extinct. This is very serious. And I met one professor in Munich. They said last 15 years, our world glass is lost 15%. And then he said, another 15 years, we do another 15%. So that will be half of the decade, almost 1/3 of the glass in the world will be dissipated. It is very serious.
И таяние ледников – это большая проблема. К примеру, от ледников вокруг Гималаев зависит жизнь непосредственно 240 миллионов человек, а также эти ледники питают реки в окружающих странах, таких как Индия, Бирма и даже Вьетнам. И 1,5 миллиарда человек зависит от питьевой воды, которая поступает оттуда. И это не только ведет к тому, что у нас проблемы с питьевой водой для людей, но также это имеет эффект на сельское хозяйство, а также оказывает эффект на дикую природу, и множество видов животных им грозит уничтожение. И недавно я встречался с ученым в Мюнхене, который сказал, что на данный момент у нас растаяло 15% ледников, и еще через 15 лет растает еще 15%. То есть у нас уже будет не хватать трети ледяного покрова. Это очень большая проблема.
So this Himalayas tower is world 20% of populations depend on that. Another one world tower is that is the Russian the mountain area, that region, Lake Baikal. This also, and about the water volume is 23,600 kilometers. And this also takes the 20% of world water population is dependent. This also same as, so this together is world, 40% of the fresh water is dependent to that. So these two is very important. I visited last year in there, and now they're bringing, this also bring together we here and awareness activities also.
И мы говорили про Гималай, про крышу мира, от которой от воды, стекающей с этих гор, зависит 20% населения планеты. И второй такой регион – это озеро Байкал, в котором содержится 23 600 кубических километров питьевой воды. И это тоже примерно 20% от мирового запаса пресной воды. И все вместе это почти половина. Гималай и Байкал – это половина воды, которая есть у нас на Земле. И Байкал тоже подвергается опасности из-за проблем с окружающей средой. Поэтому я хотел бы и рассказать и про него.
So plus they have another series that is people, made very serious. That is as I mentioned, and those selfish in making too much money don't care. So especially those in the big miners and the big factories, those, and they are doing a lot of big destroying environment, but they don't care, killing those things. So those people, you must know, this is, you are mining, but you also care of these things, very important. This is not like a restaurant, you can go eat and dish is given to them. This is your house kitchen. You eat the food, you dish, you have to clean. So those in the companies, and I think this everywhere. Even in Taiwan also, I see here some factory, they water polluted and go into the channel, and then the farmer, they pollute it. The farmer is now saying, this rice field is no more use. Destroy it. Just like they're feeling just like we are working, money is burning. So these situations everywhere in the world. So now they have many water treatment machines. Last time we went, I think 4 years ago in Rashikesh, the Swami Chetnath places another World Day. And he said that time he put one of polluted water going into the Ganges River, and he set up the first time the machine, the treatment of that the polluted water and killing water go into the river. So this like we have to do, and especially those company miners, those company big, they're water polluting, they have to killing these things.
И в наши дни все эти проблемы также происходят из-за жадности и эгоизма людей, в особенности из-за больших компаний, которые добывают полезные ископаемые и различных заводов. И этим людям следует не забывать заботиться об окружающей среде во время их деятельности. И, к сожалению, они не думают о последствиях и заботятся лишь о собственной прибыли. И такое происходит повсеместно, даже здесь, на Тайване. Фермеры жалуются на то, что местные большие компании загрязняют воду, и их рисовые поля больше не могут приносить урожай. Но, однако же, постепенно появляются также инициативы с очистными сооружениями. Например, в Индии, в Ришикеше, я был в гостях у Свами Читананда, который показал мне, как в Ришикеше работают очистные сооружения, которые очищают воду от различных производств, прежде чем она попадет обратно в Гангу.
I think the time that I said this much, I will ask also thank you very much. Now I'm going to lead the prayer. So we are kill those environment, destroyed all lives, animals, insects, everything, and recovered. And at the same time, now these days is the big, everybody know the pandemic and the COVID-19 is now again in third or four times coming up very seriously. So we take this opportunity, we praying that especially here, especially cure the disease. So I'm going to pray this leading up.
Я уже сказал достаточно много, и сейчас я хочу возглавить молитву ради защиты окружающей среды, чтобы не погибали животные и растения. И сейчас у нас есть еще одна проблема. У нас уже 4-я волна коронавируса, и молитва богини Парнашавари как раз направлена на усмирение подобных эпидемий.
So we're going to all these because the time we only say one time. Om Su Bawa Shoda Sawadama Subawa Shoda Chubu Dewa Jembe Gemrone Namla Soba Neye Jebata Tumi Chewa Gyoba Cheba Ye Tunjo Tenle Yum Chanze de Peme de la Sendo de Guma Zawe Jes Ye Yo Wadanga Buddha Tozo Seche Demba Ye Bodro Lama Bo Chanze Do Shema Chato Dende Mebu Pave Logena Cheso Chato Jize Roma Jamye Yango Zala Chaze Riju Loma Gene Dashu Kanda Shego Dingso Doje Namba Shawa Yumjen Drobe Kola Hello Bisha Ze Pana Shawari
Вместе подготовить на интервью, они получают сразу на
Seventh Dara prayer. Ma Yewa Meba Tuyena Yum Jesu Pama Doma Yesim Je Gula Dedema Ajiba Gula Kap Ajugu Yima Mashena Senyumo Wande Gurba Akovara Yambe Sanjana Yunamo Kike Kato Begin on the path. Buddha Yembe Yimbala Yolama Tige Langize Tongne Gomba Meje Chawa Yemba Yimba Yolambe Lame Yadu Simrajo Yeme Yeshe Yeso Deva Paja Cheda Jeja Shimba Kuyeme Tanda Kye Chije de la Mombana Yogi Yaya Kude Lambe de Yeze De Taye Adolo Me Basala Yozo Sake So Na De Ye Tam Je Se Pa Ye So Na Ye Be La Na Pa Je Ye Ga Na Je Pa Lo Cho Pa Ye Sebe Tole Go Agba Yo Ma O Ngo Sa San Ye Na Wa Ta Ye Na Yesu Jo Du Je Chen Bo Da Yon De San Ba Du Je Do Na La Sa Ge Cha Se Ba Me Bo Ye Jojo Sangha Jase Nage Kimi Goba Chikala Yaya Daya Daya Awa So Jaju Sejo Thank you.
Thank you very much. Большое спасибо. And now we are going to the messages from our honored guests. Теперь мы переходим к посланиям от наших уважаемых гостей. And first, I would like to ask to say some words His Eminence Yen Po Paljor Dorji from Bhutan. И я прошу первым начать нашего гостя из Бутана, Yen Po Paljor Dorji. Please, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, good morning, Your Holiness, Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang. Thank you very much for inviting me to be a part of this meeting. And Alexander, to you and all your fellow followers of the Dharma, my greetings as Earth Day's ambassador here in Bhutan. I bring you all greetings on this very auspicious day. And I wish to thank Rinpoche for helping us to lead this meeting gathering today. Your Excellency, Your Holiness, you have highlighted the importance of water and the crisis that the world is facing. As a young schoolboy, we used to run around the playgrounds singing, "Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink anywhere." And that was just a little kid singing a song on the playground. But today, it has become a reality. Also, Your Holiness, honorable audience, we would go to various meetings and we would talk jokingly, this is many years ago, that the Third World War would be fought over water. And that we were only joking. But today, when we sit and realize and looking at the global situation, it's very much a reality. There are people, there are states, and there are countries fighting over the division of water. So scarce has this water problem been. And Your Holiness, you have highlighted all the issues facing the world in various areas of the world, including our regions, to the disappearing glaciers, which is very much happening here in Bhutan. We here in Bhutan are also very concerned with these concerns that Your Holiness has highlighted in your speech, opening speech. Your Holiness, I've had the privilege of attending the Rio Summit in '92 as a member of the Bhutan delegation. And thereafter, Your Holiness, I also led a number of my delegations to the climate change meetings. And here I would like to highlight why I like your leadership, Your Holiness. Since attending all these meetings, I have always noted one thing, that there is no political will from the governments to resolve this global climate change issue. All these climate change meetings that we have held over these many years are all doomed for failure because there is no political will. Because there are so many vested interests, as Your Holiness says, that to them, their money is more important than our climate. This is a stark reality. And if we are going to resolve this climate issue, Your Holiness, it is we, the people, under the leadership of communities, civil society, and religious leaders like yourself, Your Holiness, who must take up the baton and take the messages across to all the global communities to fight and help resolve global climate issues. Your Holiness, with this, I thank you for your leadership. And it's so important that I also want to express one very important issue, that this meeting that you have arranged is an interfaith issue. It is so important that we, of all different faiths in this world, must learn to recognize each other, to respect each other, and through this respect to each other, we will only have peace in this world. Your Holiness, once again, I thank you for your leadership, and I pray that you will continue to lead us in this great direction through all faiths in this world to resolve our climate issues. Thank you once again. Good morning to all of you.
Прежде всего, я хотел бы поблагодарить Его Святейшество Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang, организаторов этого собрания. И я здесь представляю Бутан. И это очень важно, что Святейшество обратил внимание именно на воду. Я помню, как в детстве был такой стишок, когда мы говорили «вода, вода, везде вода», но не можем выпить ни капли, и, к сожалению, в наши дни это становится грустной реальностью. И также много лет назад, во время различных саммитов и собраний, мы обсуждали будущее и шутили, что Третья мировая война будет войной за воду. Но вот сейчас, в наше время, когда мы смотрим вокруг, мы понимаем, что это становится реальностью, и это действительно угроза. У нас не хватает воды, и это серьезная проблема. И я участвовал во многих саммитах и собраниях по поводу изменения климата и проблем, связанных с окружающей средой. И я очень благодарен той инициативе, которую возглавил Святейшество, потому что сейчас становится понятно, что правительство и государство мало заинтересованы действительно в борьбе с изменением климата. Самым важным, к сожалению, является прибыль, а не проблемы окружающей среды и проблемы глобального потепления. И поэтому я очень благодарен Святейшеству за то, что он возглавил эту инициативу. И очень важно, что сейчас здесь собрались лидеры разных религий. Это очень важно, потому что лишь благодаря тому, что мы, представители разных религий, признаем друг друга и уважаем друг друга, только так на Земле может воцариться мир, и только так мы можем повлиять на окружающую среду. И я благодарю вас всех еще раз, благодарю Святейшество за эту великую инициативу и за то, что он возглавил наше движение в эту сторону. Thank you very much, Paldur Dolji. And now I would like to ask to speak Bair Tsirendorjiev, the head shaman of Buryatia, and Bair Jambalovich was one of those who whose vision was to create this interfaith gathering and prayers when His Holiness and he met at the Lake Baikal in 2016. И теперь я передаю слово Баиру Жамваловичу Цариндарджиеву, верховному шаману из Бурятии. И для нас это очень особый гость, потому что во время встречи с его святейшеством в 2016 году на Байкале как раз и зародилась эта идея о межрелигиозной молитве и этой встрече. Баир Жамвалович.
Здравствуйте, уважаемые духовные лидеры. Здравствуйте, Его Святейшество Drikung Chetsang. Я очень рад увидеть вновь вас, именно встретиться на этой конференции. И я очень рад, что вот все, что задумано, у нас идет именно в исполнении нашего желания. Конечно, было бы очень хорошо вот встречаться вот каким-то празднованием или так далее. Но прежде всего, как говорил Его Святейшество, это защита своего дома. Защита дома, в котором мы живем. Действительно, Байкал имеет глобальную такую силу. У нас в Сибири, в России. И просто для нашего народа является она святыней, таким же Богом, божеством, который вы, люди вот со всего мира, имеют своих богов, божеств. И наряду с этими вот именно наш море Байкал имеет колоссальную силу. И, конечно, ухудшение вот этой ситуации привело нас всех в один большой молебен. И я рад, что все лидеры разных конфессий собрались и рады вот именно молиться за свой дом. Дом — это большое начало, в котором будут жить наши внуки, правнуки и так далее до многих летоисчислений. Но сейчас вот мы, когда собираемся, вот, встречаемся и начинаем такую духовную, межконфессиональную деятельность, люди со всего мира поймут, что Бог — это то пространство, в котором мы живем. Это не только наша Земля, но галактика, Вселенная — это макромир и микромир. Я рад участвовать в этой конференции, я рад быть участником. Сегодня у нас наша религиозная конфессия объединила 8 стран. Это Россия, Монголия, Китай, Германия, Украина, Израиль, Америка и также Африка, Республика Того. Вот все наши шаманы из всех этих республик сегодня, сейчас будут именно читать молитву во имя гармонии всех проживающих на земле, во имя гармонии нашего святого озера Байкала, во имя гармонии тех мест, в которых вы сейчас живете, во имя гармонии всего мира. Именно гармония, она должна дать глобальную силу для существ высших миров, срединного мира, нижних миров, всех мирозданий. Спасибо большое. Я рад участвовать и приветствовать вас. Наша организация в лице около 100 шаманов сегодня будем именно читать молитву в защиту нашей планеты. В этом молитве говорится, вся эта земля принадлежит нам, и все окружающее — это все наше счастье, наше. Спасибо большое.
First of all, I would like to thank His Holiness Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang and organizers for this meeting we have. And I'm very happy that what was thought long ago, our ideas now come to reality, and we are hosting this meeting today, and we can do the prayers. And this is utmost important that here gathered representatives of different religions and confessions. This is very important that we can pray and help environment. And of course, it would be great to come together to celebrate something. But today, as His Holiness mentioned, our main goal is to protect the environment. And this is very important that we can pray all together for environment, which is as well as outer space and inner space, our own bodies, which are so interconnected. And from our side, we have more than 100 shamans, medicine men, in 8 countries all over the world, in Americas, in Africa, in Mongolia, in Ukraine, in Russia, Israel, and other countries as well. Today we all make our prayers to protect our planet, and especially Lake Baikal, which is sacred for us. And there was a prayer which was saying that all the surroundings, all the nature belongs to us, and this is our happiness. So I thank everyone for this opportunity to gather and make prayers. Большое спасибо, Баир Жамбалович. Thank you so much, Баир Жамбалович. And now I would like to ask Bhai Shirtei Lama from Buddhist monastery in Улан-Удэ. И теперь я прошу выступить Баира Ширтей Ламу из Датсана Хамбин Хуре в Улан-Удэ. Здравствуйте, это большая честь для нас. Баир Ширтей Лама, представитель буддийской традиционной санхи и Хамбаламы России. Bhai Shirtei Lama is a representative of Buddhist traditional Sangha of Russia, and Hambo Lama, the head of all Buddhists in Buryatia.
От имени буддийской традиционной Сангхи России я сердечно приветствую всех участников конференции за защиту Земли. Сегодня мы молимся за защиту окружающей среды, защиту нашей Земли, защиту за чистоту нашего священного озера Байкал. И хотим донести до всех людей мира, что мы сообща сохраним чистоту нашей Земли. Я желаю успехов всем участникам конференции, и чтобы наши молитвы достигли хорошего результата. Спасибо.
Thank you, everyone. I represent the Buddhist traditional Sangha of Russia today, and I would like to thank everyone. And this is very important that we can pray for the protection of our planet. And I would like to let all people know that only together, with our joint effort, we can change the situation and help to protect the earth. And again, I'm thanking everyone for this opportunity, and we will pray for today for environment and our planet. Спасибо. Thank you. And now we have a speech from Radhika Anand, which is CEO of Plantology, the company in India. For many years, Ms. Radhika Anand is working tirelessly to create hundreds of thousands of fruit trees all over the India, and to stop deforestation and change the situation with environment. Mr. Radhikanand, are you here? I think she's not online. К сожалению, может быть, какие-то проблемы.
Should I start?
Yes, please. We just. Are you from iPad?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could you switch? Okay, now it's working. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay. Namaskar, Guruji. And I call him Guruji because I think he's the best guru I've ever met and ever. He's embraced me, and I think it's my good fortune that he is my Guruji. And thank you for thinking about me to bring me on this platform today. Before I say anything, I would like to do a little prayer like Guruji did. Everybody's doing it for the planet. And it is basically peace for the planet. So if you could just join me by just holding your hands, that it's enough. Om Dyo Shanti Antariksha Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Oshodhaya Shanti Vanaspateya Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagun Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redi Om Shanti 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 Om. So today on this Earth Day, I mean, everybody is saying the same thing, and I think it really pains us. It really, really pains us that what has happened to our planet. We are responsible. We have done it. Nobody has come from the outer world to do it. We are responsible, and our head should really hang in shame at what we have done to our planet. It's especially with this pandemic, how we people are running from place to place in search of oxygen. And actually the oxygen was free for the Mother Earth, for our planet. But no, we people are now fighting for oxygen because we have cut all the trees. By cutting the trees, we have made sure that the water becomes less. Because all these things are interrelated. If there is more trees, there will be more water. If there is more water, there will be more oxygen. But human greed has taken over all this. And today we are fighting like animals. And animals have become much better than us. They know how to coexist, but we don't know. There are just 4 lines which comes in my mind. And that is, if the heat bothers you, plant a tree. If the water bothers you, plant a tree. If you like birds, plant a tree. If you like fruits, plant a tree. And if you like life, plant many trees. And I think each one of us should take this responsibility of planting at least one tree in their lifetime. You know, I'm just doing my bit. Guruji knows about it. Whatever money that I earn, I just go and plant fruit trees across India. So till yesterday, with the grace of God, and today on Mother Earth, I want to bow to the Mother Earth. I want to give my salutation that till yesterday, I have planted 390,000 fruit trees in India. And I would like that this mission should carry on, not only in India, but all over the world. And this platform is a beautiful platform because people are from all over the world, people are with different religion, and nothing matters. But what matters is that our planet should be safe. So I'll stop here and say thank you again. And I'm really grateful and I'm fortunate that I'm a part of this group. Thank you very much. Namaskar, Guruji.
Thank you so much. Я благодарю всех собравшихся и в особенности Его Святейшества, моего учителя, за то, что он пригласил меня на эту платформу, на это собрание, для того, чтобы я могла сказать несколько слов. И все присутствующие говорят одно и то же сегодня. Они говорят о проблемах окружающей среды и о том, что это сильная боль. Это действительно откликается болью в моем сердце. То, что мы сделали с нашей планетой, то, как мы поступаем с Землей. И, к сожалению, жадность берет вверх, и люди сражаются за кислород, за воздух, люди сражаются за ресурсы и сражаются как животные, а животные в наше время стали лучше, чем люди, и мы могли бы брать с них пример. И я делаю все возможное для того, чтобы помогать окружающей среде, и я взяла обязательство, все ресурсы, которые у меня появляются, я трачу на то, чтобы сажать деревья в Индии, фруктовые деревья. И до сегодняшний день я посадила уже 390 тысяч деревьев по всей Индии. И есть 4 строчки, которые я считаю очень важными. Я извиняюсь за качество перевода. Если вас беспокоит жара, посадите дерево. Если вас беспокоит вода, посадите дерево. И если вы хотите получить плоды, то посадите дерево. Еще раз я очень рада за то, что у нас есть возможность молиться всем вместе и действовать всем вместе. Представители разных религий собрались для того, чтобы обратить свое внимание на окружающую природу. И большое-большое спасибо, и спасибо Его Святейшеству в особенности. Now we had a plan to give a speech, to give a word to the representative of Islam, Hamid Saifullah, which is Imam of the Mosque of Ulan-Ude in Buryatia. But it seems we had some technical problems, and I cannot see him among the guests. И сейчас мы хотели бы передать слово Хамиду Сайфулле. Это имам мечети Улан-Удэ, представитель ислама, но, к сожалению, либо какие-то технические проблемы. Если вы здесь, пожалуйста, включите микрофон. Мы не можем найти вас в списке гостей. Okay, maybe there are some technical problems. I'm sorry. And then I would like to ask the president of Arya Sangha Association, one of the organizers of this meeting, Alexander Bugaev, to give a short speech. And after that, we will conclude the meeting, and the monks and lamas of Drikung Kagyu, of Drikung International Council, will continue with 30 minutes Parnashavari Puja. И сейчас я хотел бы передать слово президенту Ассоциации Арья Сангха, для того, чтобы он сказал несколько слов, завершил нашу встречу, и после этого у нас пройдет дальше молебен в течение 30 минут. Ламы и монахи Международного Cовета Дрикунг Кагью из Тайваня продолжит молитву Парнашавари. Александр.
Здравствуйте, Ваше Святейшество и уважаемые зрители. Позвольте от имени Ассоциации Арья Сангха поприветствовать всех присутствующих на нашем канале, гостей и участников Международного онлайн-молебна «Всемирное Исцеляющее Колесо. Защита озера Байкал».
Hello. We had some technical problems. I'm sorry. I welcome everyone, especially His Holiness Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang today, and I would like to say some words on behalf of Arya Sangha, the Association of Buddhist Communities. I'm very happy that we all gathered together today.
Исторически идея проведения данного мероприятия восходит к 2016 году, когда глава линии тибетского буддизма Drikung Kagyu, его святейшество Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang Ринпоче, во время своей поездки по Байкалу встретился с верховным шаманом Баиром Триндаржиевым, который и обратил внимание на проблемы Байкала и предложил провести совместный молебен для защиты озера.
So historically, this meeting goes to year 2016, when the head of Drikung Kagyu lineage of Tibetan Buddhism, His Holiness Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang, was traveling to Lake Baikal in Siberia, and there he met the high shaman of Buryatia, Bair Tserindorjiev, at the Lake Baikal, and Bair Tserindorjiev highlighted the ecological problems and problems of the Baikal Lake and proposed to plan the Interfaith Prayer to help.
Для дальнейшего воплощения идеи в феврале 2021 года прошла онлайн-конференция «Байкал. Чистая чаша планеты», где приняли участие его святейшество Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang Ринпоче, верховный шаман Баир Цриндаржиев, буддисты Бурятии, ученые, экологи и активисты. Во время конференции его святейшество Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang предложил провести 22 апреля 2021 года международный онлайн-молебен в защиту всей планеты и Байкала.
The next step was the international conference, which was in February of 2021. It was the name was Baikal Pure Chalice of Planet, and His Holiness Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang and the High Shaman Bair Tserindorjiev, as well as ecologists and environmental activists, took part, where we were talking about the problems of Lake Baikal and the ways how people can help. And during that conference, His Holiness proposed to hold this interfaith prayer today, which we are now having.
И вот сегодня настал этот знаменательный день, 22 апреля 2021 года. И это большая честь для нас, что вы, его святейшество Чetsang Ринпоче, открыли этот международный онлайн-молебен «Всемирное Исцеляющее Колесо», в котором будут принимать участие более 300 центров, представителей различных религий по всему миру.
And today, now this all came to reality, and I'm very grateful for His Holiness that now we have more than 200 centers and monasteries, and the representatives of all the religions come together to make a prayer, and this is a great honor for us.
Я хотел также выразить большую благодарность всем представителям духовенства, ученым, активистам, волонтерам, организаторам, без помощи которых сегодняшнее мероприятие бы не состоялось. Надеемся, что совместными усилиями мы сможем помочь Байкалу и нашей планете в целом. Спасибо за внимание. Передаю слово ведущему сегодняшней трансляции Александру Вечеру.
Also, I'm very thankful for all the spiritual leaders and representatives of different religions who came together today, and for all the scientists and activists. Without our joint efforts, we cannot help our Baikal and our planet. So this is a very special occasion. And also thanks goes to all the organizers of this meeting. And now I would like to say some words as a moderator today, and also representative of Drikung Kagyu Center in Moscow and Arya Sangha, Association of Buddhist Communities. Just some words that it is truly a great meeting today, that all together we came here to help. And we would like to have this meeting, this platform, to make it annual. So probably the Earth Day, which is 22nd of April, to have this meeting. And in between, during the year, we should engage in actions to protect our planet. Like we have from all the Drikung centers, Drikung Kagyu centers, we have commitments for 1 year to perform some actions to protect our planet. Now in Russian. Я взял слово как модератор и как представитель Центра Drikung Kagyu в Москве и Ассоциации буддийских общин Арья Сангха. Я хотел бы сказать, что это действительно великое событие, где собрались представители разных религий для того, чтобы молитвами помочь нашей планете и обратить умы людей к тому, что очень важно. И мы хотели бы, чтобы это событие проходило регулярно, раз в год, в День Земли. А вот весь этот год нам всем следует предпринимать различные действия для того, чтобы помогать нашей планете и защищать ее. К примеру, все центры Drikung Kagyu дали обязательства, различные обязательства помогать сохранять окружающую среду. И мы хотим, чтобы Арья Сангха и веб-сайт baikal.sangha.ru стали своего рода агрегатором всех этих экологических инициатив, где люди, которые хотят помочь природе, могут узнать, что происходит в их местности, в их городе, для того, чтобы они могли присоединиться и помочь. So we would like to be a kind of an aggregator of the various actions and ideas which are now going on all over the earth. So people who are interested, how can they help in their own area, in their own city or village, they can visit our website and check what is going on and how can they help. And now I would like to continue. We will have a prayer for 30 minutes by the International Drikung Council. It will be also a Parnashavari prayer, and the same moment all over the earth, different religions and will perform their own prayers at the same time. And later on our YouTube channel, we will be showing all these activities throughout the day. Please welcome to join. И сейчас нашу программу продолжит молитва Парнашавари от Международного Cовета Дрикунг из Тайваня. И в это же время представители разных религий по всей земле присоединяются к молебну, возносят свои собственные молитвы, и в течение дня на нашем канале на YouTube мы обязательно будем показывать все эти активности сегодня. I thank everyone for joining us today. Thank you very much. Let all our aspirations come to reality. И я хочу поблагодарить всех собравшихся здесь сегодня. И чтобы все наши устремления, все наши молитвы стали реальностью. Большое всем спасибо. Thank you. And now we are switching on to the laws and monks of International Drikung Council. Please turn on your mic. So we have some technical problems.
Dāgā jēnsō jēmbē sōnām jē Dōlā pēnsō sā Nūpa shōi mā nāngā dānyam Zēm jē jē dēwā dān dēwē jē Dēmbā jē jē dōngā dān dōngā jē jē Dāvā jē jē Dōngā mē bē dēwā dān mēndrā jē jē Nye rēn chā dān nye dān dār Lā nē bā jē jē Sām zār vā dān chū jēn shā bā dān Jē sā yē rāng gu shēn sōr vā yē Gē wā chū sē dā gē jē sā bā Tam jē dzō bē sān sē ngō Wō mē sō bā wā shū dāi sār vā dāi mē Sō bā wā shū dā wā Chē tam jē dū mā nē rām jēn jē nām bār dā bā gōm bē Ngāng lē rāng gē shī Pām sēr bō shēk dō sōng wā chū Tē lē wā zān chū bē sēm jīn tam jē jē Nē dā nū bā dzō wā sē Dēk bā dān dē bā tam jē jā Wā sēr dē tsār dō nē sā wān jē Yē gē tē nye lā tēm Tē yōng sō chū bā Gē jē gā rā nye chōm dēn dēm Rē chū mā tū sum jē sāng jē tam jē jē yōm dō chū Kum dō sēr bō shā sū sōng Wā rā sēr wā yē ngā wā yē ngō Sā chū bā yē tāng bō dōr jē Nye bā nā rā dā nā bā Sum bā nā dā nā bā yōng jē bā Dīng zā dāng shā bā Chīng dō bāng bō sum bā nā jā nā Pē mā gār bē dēn nā Mē bōng bār bē dēn Yō bā dē yē yēn Pē mā dāng dā bē dēn nā Pām sē bō shē wā zēn chū Rāng jīn jē nēn Yī shē bā jēn rāng Tsā hōng ē bā hō Nī sā mē bār tēm Lār yāng tō gā sā wōng lē Wā zān chū Wāng gā lā rā ngā kōr dvā Jēn rā Wāng bēn zā gā lā sā pā rē Bū bē bā tē zā sō wā Wāng bēn zā gā lā sā pā rē wā rē Tū bē bā tē zā sō Wāng bēn zā gā lā sā pā rē Bē dā tē zā sō wā Wāng bēn zā gā lā sā pā rē wā Gān dē bā tē zā sō wā Wāng bēn zā gā lā sā pā rē wā Nē bē tē bā tē zā yé sō wā Wā mē sār wā tā tā ngā Bā bē kēn zā dā mām jē sōr wā tā Wāng gā lā wā mē sār wā tā tā ngā Bā bē kēn gā tē sā mā yā shē rē yé hō Shē bēn bē chē yō wāng gu Gu gān chē mā tā Chē yā lā mā nyā yōng chū bē wā jī Wāng gā lā nā Nī lā tēn bā jī Wāng bēn zā Sā pā rē wā rē ā gān bā tē zā sō wā Om Pinza Gola Sapare Vare Paden Pade Jaso. Om Pinza Gola Sapare Vare Pupe Pade Jaso. Om Pinza Gola Sapare Vare Pupe Pade Jaso. Om Benda Gola Sapare Vare Aloke Pade Jaso. Om Benda Gola Sapare Vare Gende Pade Jaso. Om Benda Gola Sapare Vare Nevede Pade Jaso. Om Benda Gola Sapare Vare Shata Pade Jaso. Jugwa Deva Jembe Jengane Yamna Soba Neje Jebata Temen Chelvar Jobar Sibaye Tundra Lame Gala Santalo Eme Adeno Sendore Dhuma Tabe Shasara Yeyong Hotan Injin Baye Mudra Lame Gola Santalo Yejia Tujia Danya Jomdende Tente Mebonda Jengarna Shasum Sadron Jeze Tumesha Shanya Jangom de la Santalo Retolo Megola Nambaye Najya Data Shino Bambanze Denzo Dorje Nambe Shavare Yamchen Dovango Santa Retolo Bewajin Java Right Nambang Gane Durza Jujum Babe Rani Jedutza Oma Tavak Arju Om Be Shate Pane Shavar Savamar Pasha Manehu Om Be Shate Pane Shavar Savamar Pasha Manehu Om Be Shate Pane Shavar Savamar Pasha Manehu Om Beshat 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 Pane Shavar Savamar Pasha Manehu Om Bejadze Parnashavare Savamare Pashamade Om Bejadze Parnashavare Savamare Pashamade Om Bejadze Parnashavare Savamare Pashamane 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 Bejadze Parnashavare Savamare Pashamane Om Bejadze Parnashavare Savamare Pashamane Yare Sanjarka Ranchadan Dubajin Ranga Devar Shibada Jipsume Nankatam Jekamarja Durzajum Babe Nepam Yures Jarkhan Tarjen Netan Nubata Shiva Om Bejadze Parnashavare Savamare Pashamane 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 Om Beshaze Bana Shavare Savamare Bashamale 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 Om Beshaze Shavamare Savamare Bashamale Om Beshaze Bana Shavare 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 Sabare Vara Agam Bade Zatova Om Beshaze Bana Shavare Sabare Vara Padem Bade Zatova Om Beshaze Bana Shavare Sabare Vara Bebe Bade Zatova Om Beshaze Bana Shavare Sabare Vara Bebe Bade Zatova Om Beshaze Bana Shavare Sabare Vara Anuge Bade Zatova Om Beshaze Bana Shavare Sabare Vara Gande Bade Zatova Om Beshaze Bana Shavare Sabare Vara Juga Deva Jembe Jengane Yamla Sobane Jebata Tundrun Jawa Mvarsibaye Tundrun Lamlela Zantai Manjar Bandanyambata Kayam Dalo Loyene Jibadane Jezaga Drikung Kyabgon Chetsang Manapalaya Benzar Sadu Tenoba Tijandu Mebava Sudakayo Mebava Subachayo Mebava Anuradu Mebava Sarva Siddhe Mebarya Sarva Karma Sudame Siddham Shiyam Guru Ha 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 ho Bangave Sarva Tadangada Benza Mame Benza Bava Mazama Sadu Sanje Kunje Govor Chibaye Durje Chanje Lama Tambaye Dorze Parden Jetson Retoma Lamo Chula Japso Sunjane Jipa Kunle Jo Zedo So Sonam Deye Tamche Zepani Tona Nyembe Jana Pamze Jega Namche Balon Tubaye Siben Tole Dova Dova Sho Jambar Bave Jedan Chembada Kunda Zambo Deyan Tibjende Teda Kunje Diso Daloje Gewan Deda Tamje Radungo Sanje Kosan Himbe Sanada Jini Manjer Dembe Sanada Medum Sandebe Sanadi Jetang Hujim Draba Shoy Gane Rave Gorve Shengansu Pendan Deva Malun Jungene Jene Zewan Tenzen Janso Ye Shabe Sende Tenje Je Goncho Samde Shaja Senge Ye Tenban Zenjen Bebe Danye Je Kunzan Juba Ronden Chelen Jo Lundra Jibza Lame Shaden So Guancho Samja Danye Drigomba Tenban Zenla Dadar Tujento Tambe Chuje Shipser Navaye Tigo Wunjin Chok Shaden So Shipza Kunze Kunjin Chuje Tender Neloi Wan Tun Drigom Tenba Sendeba Xie Zheng Teng San Gu Zen Zhe Jie San Qiu Zen Qiu Ren Bu Ji Ma Jie Pa Nam Jie 주지 제발요 매봐요 고뇌 공도 배워줘. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This is an honor for us. The Garshin Institute from Arizona performed the Parnashavari practice. Большое спасибо. Для нас большая честь, что ламы Института Гарчена в Аризоне выполнили практику Парнашавари. У нас были проблемы с подключением из Тайваня. We had problems with connection from Taiwan. So we are very fortunate that we have this the steady foundation in Arizona. And now we are going to continue with the short movie we created, and in this movie you can watch the messages from the prominent teachers like Garshan Rinpoche, Tsoknyi Rinpoche, and others who will tell us some profound words about the importance of taking care of the environment on all levels. И сейчас мы на нашем канале в YouTube покажем фильм с обращениями великих учителей. Этот фильм
자기들 들이다 바꾸이 족바지 아야 족바지 들이다 저다 라시아들이 다다 고육성 쪽 족바 에레 다 들은 것들이 내가 쪽이요 들 강인들은 고육들들이 선고육 전부 오는 조요래다 이적을 말했더니 망 고육들이 랑을 다다 것도 망바들은 되는 것으로 아리아들은 낭발 나는 싸우러 따는데 낭 세고 고력이 낭 고력도 세인 고력이 하더니 저땅 참을 도는 게 약고 지역나 들이상 고력들이 샘대고 자들이 나도 사지고 방톱 들이 때문에 고발을 돌돌 되는 고력 탐지 설랑상 섬요래 고력도 하다 가르쳐 버리 들이 때문에 무슨 개념 바들 저땅 개념 바제 살들이 사지게들이 산랑상승 고역대 하고 그래. 그래서 고역 tip어대 고바바가 산 고역 tip어서 어쩌고 요래. 그래서 무슨 바고 소방을 산랑상승 고역대네. 고역들 로랑하고 난 찾아야고 난 들이 돈나서 상는 동안 들이 제거서 나고 사지고 초과들 그냥 탁발에들이 그만 많이 봐. 라테가 참아라니 고역 타바착 요래. 강이 진우 집대 빵 짐시 집대 접송들이 대리 대리에서 이미 진우 이제 이미 이제 진우 이제 빵 이미 이제 접대도 또 샘을 통도래. 그리고서 낭바들은 샘을 걸어 싸우는들 사실 좀 되죠. 랑 샘명서 돌들 돌로 샘고 상촉 샘지 싸와도 다지 나는 상촉 샘지 오늘 상고용 라비 그 사만 이미 이제 접 진우 이제 빵 거 때다가 고용도 상상 섬는 jel들이 속나 들이대가 내가 핀바들 내가 같이 있는 소리서 대화를 티와 처럼 맘자가리 타톡사지 고망 소자대 고용으로 통돼요. 고용 상상 섬들 또 난 세무 고용을 세무 고용을 나도 고용 상마연 거래. 나도 고용 상마는 들이 르가 고용 남지들이 차거래. 너는 어떻게 잡도 더 많네. 진우 이제 방을 소탑 상 이제 저는 사송 상 나실 다활 전화들이 상하상한테 늦게 다 나오는 아담 상송 된 고역을 책을 대신을 딱딱 연구요래 그때는 이제 하장들이 두개 지에지 고역 속바데 때로 잡다 로랭제 사고역 좀 많이 봐 이렇게 로랭은 이제 약고요래 그때 문에 동다 전부요래 그래서 답을 주시바데 설랑상송 고역 때문에 다 로열 문에지 들이 대회 들은 것들 가스탄 집에 레와셔야 강에 고요가 돌 로랑하고 난 상상도 놀들이 로랑 나지 때 기체 보여래.
To the Arya Sangha from Russia. That is an organization, an environmental organization, who asked me to say a few words about the environment. And so the environment actually has an outer, inner, and a secret aspect. And the protection of the outer environment, that is related to the outer world, the laws that we have to follow, and also it's related to encouraging others to preserve the environment. So that's the external aspect. The inner environment is something like an organization like the Arya Sangha, and the inner environment that is to be protected is the environment of the mind. And so if everyone pays attention to that, if everyone pays attention to the outer and the inner environment, then we connect to the secret environment, which means that then one will experience happiness and one becomes liberated from samsara, one attains the state of enlightenment. So it's very important to see the three aspects of environment, the outer, inner, and the secret. So then you are a Sangha organization, and also for being a Sangha, you have to understand always the outer, inner, and the secret aspect. And so the outer aspect of environment is samsaric sentient beings, people they consider only the outer external environment as important. But as Buddhist practitioners, we also should pay attention to the inner and the secret environment and purifying the inner and the secret environment. So therefore, I encourage you to not only, of course, also, but not only protect the outer environment, but also the inner environment by, for example, having discussion groups with each other, and by making these kind of announcements, by getting this word out. And so, since it is a Buddhist organization, it should really come from the bottom of our heart, and not just because that we were encouraged to protect the environment, but really it should come naturally from the bottom of our heart, because as a Buddhist practitioner, naturally we engage in activities to abandon harming others and activities that accomplish the benefit of others, just naturally. And mainly of the three kinds of environment, what's most important is really the mind, the motivation that you have. And now, since we are Buddhist practitioners, we are looking inside at the mind. And the Buddha said, completely tame your own mind, completely purify, clean your own mind. So in brief, if you have that seed of bodhicitta, that root of bodhicitta, then naturally, actually, you actually naturally connect to the three ways of protecting environment, the outer, inner, and the secret. Because naturally, if you have bodhicitta, you will not harm others, and you will do things that are beneficial for others. And that will lead to a temporary benefit. So that means in all future lifetimes, from lifetime to lifetime, you will experience the happiness of birth in the three higher realms. And ultimately, you attain the state of enlightenment. And actually, such attainment really depends on the cleaning, the protection of environment, but on the outer, inner, and secret level. And so to summarize it, the most important environment to protect is the environment of the mind. Because if the mind is clean, pure, then your speech is pure. And if your speech is pure, then your body is pure. Your physical actions are pure naturally. We learned that already, actually, when we take the refuge vow. In the refuge vow, it says, when harm to others and its cause are abandoned, this is the essence of the individual liberation vows. When benefit to others and its cause are accomplished, that's the essence of the bodhisattva vows. And when you see the universe and beings in a pure way, with a pure perception, that's the essence of the Vajrayana vows. And so this is really the essence, exactly what this organization accomplishes. Those three the vehicles with their three vows. So I'm extremely grateful to you for that. And again, I encourage you to hold discussions with or discussion groups with each other, and to encourage others to not only pay attention to the outer environment, and the inner environment is very important. So what you are doing is really extremely meaningful. With great joy and delight, I put forward this request to you, since you're an environmental organization. I hope that you will propagate, increase the outer, inner, and the secret aspects of protecting the environment by, for example, holding discussion groups and so on. So these activities are very important.
타톡 대화하지. 그래서 이거 가래는 생긴삼제 대화도 님이 제동에서 잡지. 대면은 대들이 가래 따지는 되고 다른 거 사속스럽게 톡도 요래. 대회는들이 당내 사지가 때마 시바들이 고역라 톡도 요래. 그렇지랑 걸 룽아에서 찍도 전는더니 제 주제들이 하자기 지금 요래. 때라지 탐색의 동이 사지 때마가 동 사지 때만 문의했다 고역을 샤세 됐다고 공항하는 것들이 참을 좀 나오지 Tētere gāpsa māngbō yō, tē sipa māngbō yō, tashi dēlē.
And whatever activity we engage in, it's always important to think about what will come from it, the result of this activity. And so therefore also when we engage in activities to protect the environment on the outer, inner and secret level, and what are the results of doing that? The results are that you accomplish your own benefit and the happiness of others. And what is your own benefit? It is that temporarily you will be benefited, things will go well, and ultimately you will achieve happiness. And so the root of that accomplishment is to have the motivation of bodhicitta, thinking that I'm doing this, we are protecting the environment for the sake of sentient beings, to freedom from suffering and to bring happiness to them. And actually, the real teachings of the Buddha really actually, in an ultimate sense, come down to environment, the outer, inner, and the secret environment. And therefore, the activities that you engage in, combining body, speech, and mind, are extremely meaningful. So have this motivation and awareness, thinking that I'm doing this for the sake of self and others, and for the sake of the Buddha's teachings. And the real Buddha's teachings actually is the environment, the three aspects of environment. With a lot of joy and gratitude for that, I say sipa, thank you, and dashi delek.
Oh, that. 산지 때 막내들 핀 받아 대베 저스티스 핀데 용은 내적 보지 들랑 핀 받기는 대와 내가 핀만 타톡 대와 제당 대와 요리 그래서 핀데 용은 내적 보때 마여는 내 받아 때 만든 몇 집은 그것이 장진 띵저게 고용 내가지 사지 때 만든 거 요상 지상로 동거리네 저 따치버리 총총요 말해지 상상성 고용 대상로 동거리지.
And the Buddha's teachings are, as it says in this prayer, the only source of all benefit and happiness. It is your own benefit and the happiness of others, or the temporary benefit and the ultimate happiness. So there's this prayer, may the Buddha's teachings, only source of benefit and happiness, endure for a long time, and may all those victory banners, the great beings who uphold the teachings, have a long life. So therefore, your activity is not a small activity, it's a great activity. It's an activity really of upholding the Buddha's teachings, since the teachings should really be understood to actually be and come down to environment, or purifying, protecting the environment on the outer, inner, and the secret level.
나라니 그 님이 봐 라고 여긴데 당이 선앙상성은 고역도 나이 땅땅다 지요 상들이 이때 따버리 진짜로 참거요 이 참말 다시 되는 데 고역 초반에 적체 담지를 통지지 시바시바 망보셔요 제.
For example, what I'm doing day and night is spinning this prayer wheel. And why am I doing that? Actually, it is also for the protection of the environment, the outer, inner, and the secret environment. So in this way, I'm always cleaning the environment on all levels. Actually, all the aspects are included in just spinning the prayer wheel. So anyways, Dashi Delek, and thank you for everyone who is part of this organization. Thank you for what you're doing, Sipa, and also many Dashi Delek, many thank you.
Sipa, Maho.
Dashi Delek, I'm honored to be part of this prayer ceremony for the Mother Earth's well-being, and this is very, very important in our lifetime. If we cannot revive our Mother Earth's health in our lifetime, I think is going to be very difficult in the future. Of course, there's a possibility is always there. And in general, a Buddhist point of view, everything come into being is based on cause and condition. Nothing happens without cause and condition. All the phenomena, all the experiences, all the perceptions is always based on some kind of cause and condition. And we damaged our Mother Earth is also human creation, human activity, and based on cause and condition. And now Mother Earth is not well. So we have to revive that. In order to do that, I think two ways that we can bring back Mother Earth's well-being. And one way is, of course, there's many great beings in this world are putting millions of energy, thousands of different ways to revive the Mother Earth, all the nations and all the great beings and all the individual efforts. And that is also very important. We need that. And another area is immaterial power, immaterial cause and condition, which is generated by the wish, the meditation power, the mantra power, the special substance, pujas, ceremonies. So I think we are doing this right now, all of you, putting a lot of effort and energy. So this has also a special power. The power will help to revive Mother Earth. Especially this power will go into the minds and hearts of the people, that people start to change their attitude towards to the Mother Earth. They become more mindful, more awareness about their conduct, what they're using. And also, I'm always hoping that through this prayer and aspirations, that one day we don't need to rely on a normal way of life, which is produce a lot of pollutions, but we can have a green way of living. But that need to be a scientific findings and a special affordable, and then I think that will change the whole thing. So please, all the great masters, all the Sanghas, pray for that to happen. That individual effort is very important, but somehow magically that some new invention happens, that invention is based on green gas or whatever energy. And if that happens, and that should be very cheap, and naturally people looking forward to use those kind of tools to live our life. So I'm praying for that all the time, and then I think I can find, I can sense, I can smell something is happening, but it's still not sufficient to can use everybody. So we will channel our thoughts and minds, prayers for that. And also many great beings have a special, especially His Holiness Drikung Kyabgon has many followers, and you are doing this. I am so happy, and all the Sanghas around the world doing this is really appreciate. When I heard that, a goosebump come, in my heart. So I will do my part in our small nunneries, monasteries. We will pray for that also, and please, everyone live long, and Mother Earth live long, healthy. Without container of Mother Earth, I think we will not survive. So please do this again and again, and I really, really appreciate all the organizers, all the participants, all the great beings. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am very happy to know that Arya Sangha initiative to promote the Buddhist well-being for the environment, especially for the Baikal this year.
Я счастлив узнать о проекте Арья Сангхи, который она запустила для того, чтобы увеличивать благополучие людей и в отношении также природы призвать буддистов.
I myself, more than a Buddhist teacher or philosopher, consider as socially engaged Buddhist.
Я сам современный учитель буддизма или буддийской философии. Меня считают социально вовлеченным буддистом.
I have always believed in the interdependency which is the heart of the Buddha's teaching, that we are dependent on each other for our happiness.
Я всегда верила в закон взаимной зависимости, в взаимно зависимое возникновение, что мы все зависим друг от друга.
Our environment is therefore very important for our health and for our happiness.
И так как мы зависим друг от друга, то и наша среда также очень важна и для здоровья, и для счастья.
Because our thoughts, our actions matters to our environment as much as environment matters to us.
И наши мысли об экологии, об окружающей среде, то, как мы к ней относимся, важно, и также наша среда важна для нас.
So it is our mutual responsibility to be socially responsible.
Поэтому это наша взаимная, наша совместная, совокупная ответственность, чтобы заботиться об окружающей среде.
And in this time where my colleagues, lamas, as well as a lot of people around the world are joining together to not only offer their prayer, but also create a sense of awareness.
И в это время, когда другие учителя, многие ламы, они объединили свои усилия не просто чтобы защитить окружающую среду, но также создать осознанность в этом отношении среди людей.
It is my delight, my pleasure, and honor for me and my Sangha to join on this day in our prayers for not just the Baikal and the environment, but also a global issue of interdependency and
Для меня это большая честь, большое удовольствие и радость, что и я сам, и моя Сангха, мы можем в этот особый день присоединиться к всеобщим молитвам, к тому, чтобы обратить внимание на нашу окружающую среду, и не только в отношении озера Байкал, но также и по всему миру.
I believe taking care of environment or helping our environment must start from our heart, in our feelings.
Я уверен, что наша забота об окружающей среде, она должна начинаться в нашем сердце, с наших чувств.
And with this prayer, I hope that everybody can feel deeply in their heart importance of our interdependency. Therefore, our environment, our nature is essential for our own survival.
И с этими молитвами, благодаря этим молитвам, я уверен, что многие из нас смогут осознать эту взаимную зависимость и, значит, необходимость заботиться о нашей среде и друг о друге.
If we want to be healthy and happy, we must take care of our environment.
Если мы хотим быть счастливы и здоровы, нам следует заботиться об окружающей среде, об экологии.
I offer my prayer in conclusion.
Я хочу поднести, помолиться в конце, как завершение.
Chancho simcho rimboche, mache panam chicho, cheba nyamba meba, kone kondo bewashu. Thank you.
Greetings, friends around the world. I'm very honored to be asked to say a few things about this prayers for the earth protection on this earth day. As we know that in Buddhist teachings, mind is the most important. Everything starts from mind, and in the mind, the intention is the most important. And to have the intention to do a prayers for the earth, which has for so many countless of our lifetimes has supported us And therefore, to be able to do something for the earth when it really is in the critical juncture for us to be able to save the earth, saving the earth or protecting the earth is going to be what we can do as our generation for the earth itself and also for the humanity in large for the future. Because if we don't do something right now, as many of the scientists are saying, that things are going to be very difficult for the future generations to be able to do something that will mount the effort, or effort would be able to change the course of the nature that is coming to a point of irreversible. So for us to be able to do something, as many are trying, one thing that people who are involved in the spiritual path can do is do prayers. As we do prayers, I think many wondrous things happens, and we all do believe from all traditions that therefore the prayer is very, very important. Just not only prayer, but of course, along with the prayer, with some real, from individual level as well as also from the global level, if we could do something to protect the earth. Mainly the protecting the earth this time is going to be from our own self and not from anything else. So trying to kind of limit the single use of plastic, and so as also many of the things that scientists and many of the environmentalists are suggesting for us to be carrying and doing. If we can follow that, there will be such a global effort, and I think it all can actually start with the prayers and maybe more awareness in that way, and more power behind the awareness to have some activity to really have some yielding of a positive results for the Mother Earth, and therefore for all of human future generations. And mainly, even now, many of the plants and many of the animal species are every day, every month are being extinct with so much of waste that is pouring into the ocean, as well as also deforestations, and so as also many of the changes of the climate that is caused by the gas and the emissions of the gas and all of the various sort of like things that makes the global warming. So we know all of those, we hear all of this, but I think to do something like this under the leadership of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and as well as also to Chetsang, who also is an immensely great teacher, and then also many of the other teachers as also are involved. I'm really very honored to be able to say a few words, even though I'm not at all in any way to sort of say anything more powerful or more beneficial than what they have already said. Thank you so much.
Today, on this auspicious day, the whole world celebrates Earth Day. The great protector Kyabgon Chetsang, the wish-fulfilling jewel, the crown of Kagyu teachings, is very concerned about protecting the environment. In this message for Earth Day, I would like to say that I consider environmental protection to be of the utmost importance. To those of you listening to this message via internet, as well as presidents, heads of spiritual traditions, and brothers of various nationalities, I welcome all of you. Tashi Dilek. Today, at the organizers' request,
who have approached me, I will speak about protecting the environment in three ways. First, what exactly is the environment? Second, what are the benefits and responsibilities of protecting the environment? Beyond that, what are the dangers and harms to the environment? And the third, how should we protect the environment? First, what is called the environment? It is the general name for the outer vessel, the universe, and the inner vessel, the contents, the living beings. There are also different kinds of this environment: the external environment, the internal environment, and the true environment of the essence. Regarding the outer vessel universe or outer environment, as Buddhists define it, and it is stated in Vinaya, the body of instructions for the monastic community, those who follow the path of virtue should not only avoid digging up the earth, uprooting stones, cutting down trees, stopping the flow of water or mining, but should not even be allowed to defecate, spit or blow their nose in the water and pastures and meadows. Since the surrounding nature is essential and precious, respect for it is shown by such kindness. In the Great Liberation Sutra of Tarpachen Pado, it is said that deities of mountains, gods of earth, deities of water, gods of fire, gods of wind, and others reside in different locations as lords of the base ground. Also in the Vajrayana, the secret mantra vehicle, it is said that the 5 primary elements are the essence of the 5 consorts of the Dhyani Buddhas. For example, the earth is believed to be Sangha Chenma, the water is Mamaki, the fire is Gokarmo, the wind is Damtsik Drolma, and the space is Kuntu Zangmo. In Tibetan culture, the snow ornaments of the universe, Mount Jumalungma, Mount Kailash, rivers and springs, earth, stones, plants, and the like, are believed to be the primary support of nature. Moreover, they are support of faith, that to which offerings, prostrations, circumambulations like chorus, smoke offerings, sung, and other offerings are made. One should define the inner essence, the contents, the living beings, or what is called the inner environment. These are those that inhabit the outer world: wild animals, birds, large and small, the inhabitants of bodies of water, and others. Buddhists regard them as manifestations of the deities of the area and the lords of the land and their retinues. As for the authentic environment of the essence, it is essential to observe the human mind's proper state and take care of health, because the definition of so-called beings of human class is those who can talk and are aware of the meaning. Therefore, it is humans who are responsible for the environment. Earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, and fires occur because of people destroying the environment. The result of causing harm to wild animals, water inhabitants, and various birds is, for example, the well-known coronavirus. Recognizing the state of things, protecting the environment, and sustaining the environment is a topic of grave concern to everyone, religious leaders, lay ministers, and officials alike. Everyone, from small to large, should unite in their efforts and take responsibility. I urge you to stop harming rivers and springs, mountains, rocks, and other things. Stop doing things such as digging earth and turning out stones, building dams, cutting down forests, shooting and capturing wild animals, birds and sea creatures, and others. For ourselves, each of us should observe this in practice. For example, when Kyabje Garchen Rinpoche was released from prison and returned to his homeland, he told people that even if just one juniper branch were broken, its non-virtue would be the same as killing a Gitsul monk. At that time, many wild dogs in camp were harming wild animals and even attacking people. Rinpoche asked that at least one dog be taken into each family and cared for, to make them fewer. Moreover, every month Rinpoche would send 20 to 30 monks in turn to go and check if any harm has arisen to the nature around the monastery, or if poachers have endangered the wild animals. Likewise, we should reduce the amount of chemicals polluting the air, the amount of plastic and chemicals in the ground. Develop organic products, not waste food and water by reducing our desires and observing moderation. Take responsibility for the protection and purity of the environment yourself. I ask you to make as much effort and diligence in this as you can. And with the aspiration, my heartfelt thanks go to all the sponsors who provided the resources for today's program, to those who prepared the online broadcast, and to all the organizers and participants. Through care for the environment, may both the vessel, the universe, and the contents, the living beings, enjoy peace and harmony. Tashi Delek.